Hi, I'm Michael Fiore, and in this short video, I'm going to do two things as a personal favor for you. I'm going to introduce you to a pair of magical breasts that will get you laid, and I'm going to teach you a secret, recently discovered evolutionary cheat code that opens up the mind, heart, and panties of almost any woman you want. Now, if you've ever played a video game, you already know what a cheat code is and what it does. A cheat code is a simple, secret sequence of button presses that allows you to skip all the BS and the work every other guy has to go through and suddenly get godlike powers which give you absolute control so you can get exactly what you really want. And this scientifically proven evolutionary cheat code I'm about to reveal does the exact same thing to the female mind. The cheat code is a trick of female psychology that allows even the dorkiest guy to subtly press secret buttons in a girl's mind without her having any idea what you're doing to create a powerful emotional response, whether that be lust or love or something deeper you've been holding on to desperately for years, craving in the dark hours of the night, not telling anyone about. And the great thing is that the thousands of guys who have mastered this cheat code already discovered it works to create connection and sexual desire with hot, beautiful, intelligent, amazing women, even if you're short, fat, ugly, broke, have no sense of humor, have no confidence, or get so nervous around girls that you'd rather chew off your own leg than talk to one. So you don't really have an excuse. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly how to use this evolutionary cheat code in just a second. But first, I have to tell you why I care so much about you getting good with girls, getting a girlfriend, and getting laid as much as you want. And to do that, I have to tell you an incredibly embarrassing story I've never shared before, because it could ruin my reputation and my life. Like I said, my name is Michael Fiore, and as weird as it is for me to even say it, I'm an internationally known relationship expert. I'm an Amazon and Wall Street Journal best-selling author. I'm married to a gorgeous redhead, hotter, nicer, and sexier than any girl I thought I'd ever get. But beneath all that, hidden from view and scared of the light, I'm a dork, a nerd, a hopeless geek who was so scared of women and had no idea how to talk to them, probably just like you. All through high school and college and my 20s, I was frustrated and horny and confused by girls and, well, pissed off. Pissed off because the beautiful girls in my class who I wanted so damned much with their short skirts and toned thighs and smiles and smells and poofy 90s hairstyles treated me like I was sexually invisible. Even though I was smart and nice and funny, the girls I lusted after and craved and would kill to have as my girlfriend ignored me. Laura Robbins actually laughed when I asked her out, making my testicles crawl up inside my body in shame. Sherry Martin told me she just thought of me as a friend. Aaron Smith said, "Mike, any girl would be lucky to have you, and I can't believe you're single." And these same girls threw themselves at the dumb jocks and idiots who treated them like crap, used them, and broke their hearts, while I just stood there and watched. And of course, like a sucker, I was there when they came crying back to me afterwards, like Sarah Reynolds did, sobbing about why she couldn't just find a nice guy who would treat her right, while I was right there, gritting my teeth and ready to do anything for her or to her. But she just ignored me, like every girl did. It wasn't her fault. I'll explain why in a second, but she thought of me as some emotional Ken doll, fun to toy with, but that's it. College was like being an accidental vegetarian at the all-you-can-eat sex buffet. Absolutely gorgeous women everywhere, yet I continued to sexually starve. My dad would call me up and say, "Mike, you must be swimming in girls." And I'd lie to him and say, "Oh yeah, Dad," but I wasn't. In fact, I can count the number of women I slept with in college on 2 fingers of one hand. They weren't that attractive, and I think they only slept with me out of pity or to save their own low self-esteem. After college, I moved to LA and spent 2 long years in a sexual desert. I was working in the TV industry, and everywhere I'd go, I'd see models and actresses and porn stars and toned, tanned flesh, and this is embarrassing, the only female contact I got was when I tricked a coworker into giving me a hug. Heather was stressed out about a production budget at work, and I said, "Oh, poor thing," and hugged her like I was her brother. And even though it was just a joke to her, even though I wasn't even attracted to her, I stole that fake affection. I just savored that touch for as long as she would let me, feeling the heat from her body, smelling her hair, wanting more than anything to be wanted. And for 8 more years, things actually got worse. I moved to Seattle, fell into and out of a horrible, sexless relationship where we fought constantly, and she made me ashamed of my sex drive, my penis, my desire to sleep with the woman I thought I loved. Once I was single, I read books by pickup artists and felt this mix of desperate hope and horrible disgust welling up inside me as I tried using lame lines on drunk chicks at clubs. And even though once or twice I got a girl to go home with me for clumsy, passionless, disconnected sex, I just got lonelier. I just felt more hollow. I just watched more porn and got angrier and more pissed off. Angry at the smart, amazing, beautiful girls I wanted who would never fall for lines and who just ignored me, put me in the friend zone, or laughed at the lame lines I'd learned from gurus and called me a player behind my back. At the tall, confident guys the hottest chicks wanted and passed me over for again and again. And most of all, I was so angry at myself for not being good enough, for being desperately unattractive, no matter how much I worked out or how I dressed, for not understanding what women actually wanted, needed to truly fall for a guy and give themselves to a guy, mind, body, and soul. So what changed everything about my life? What made women easy? What gave me the power to connect with women so they actually approached, hit on, and talked to me?